All right, welcome back to the Built to Scale series. Today's a big day. We're going to do our first Phase 4 space elevator part, the Assembly Director System. Obviously, we've spent a lot of time preparing everything, and of course, we have a lot of things that we still don't have. So we're going to have to prepare a bunch more stuff. So here's where we're at. You know, we did spend a lot of time building computers and crystal oscillators, circuit boards, but those are all dedicated to our existing supercomputer factory, which is, you know, lots of other things are dependent on that. We will be using those supercomputers for, actually, I think, yeah, they are in the assembly director system, right? Yeah, we're going to build 8 assembly director systems, and so I believe that means we need 8 supercomputers and 16 adaptive control systems. No, well, what's going to happen is we are going to Sommersloop our assembly director systems, so we don't need 8. We just need 4 supercomputers and 8 adaptive control units. And I think our system here is set up for 8 adaptive control units. Let's see. Yeah, 1 per minute, and we have 8 manufacturers. So once we get the... So the problem right now is that our adaptive control units have some dependencies. 40 automated wiring, 16 computers. Well, the 52 circuit boards are in both support of the crystal oscillators and the computers. And we need these crystal oscillators. So I did build a blueprint for automated wiring yesterday. We started working on that at the end of the stream, and I finished it offline. This is what we ended up with. Takes 40 pipes per minute, 86 copper, makes 20 automated wiring, takes 18 deuterium ingots, and 120 rubber. I just have one placed in the world right here that I used for testing, but this won't be the actual installation. One of the things that we do need to do is get more pipes, because we are low on pipes. I think we have enough rubber for everything. And how much copper is this going to take? So it's going to take, we're going to have to run 2 of these, so that's about 170. I'm pretty sure we have plenty of headroom on copper right now. So yeah, we're burning like 250 copper, and this thing does 780. Let's take a quick look at the modeler. I did a bunch of reorganization on the modeler as well, so that we have almost everything. Some of the stuff here on the main base is not on the modeler. Oh yeah, another thing I did was started converting the main base over to glass foundations, and then also tried to get everything turned on by overflowing a bunch of stuff to the sink so that we can really see how much resources we're using. I think this is supposed to be making 30. We should be getting like 25 motors and 45 rotors. And then this one is, yeah, 15. It's supposed to be 15 smart plates. And then here we have, I think this is supposed to be 72. So this might be a little short. Wonder what's going on here. Oh yeah, I bet you it's pipes, because we're a little bit low on pipes. We need more than we, yeah, see, here we are at 4 and 4. Yeah, so we do need pipes, and I don't know, maybe that should be the very first thing we do. We have an additional pipe factory. We can potentially have 2 pipe factories over here. They are both ready to be turned on. One is set to pipes right now, and one is set to beams. And then we have this pipe factory back here, which is running maxed out, I believe. Let me see. I don't have the numbers on me right at the moment, but it was over 270 that we were burning for pipes. And then this has been coming in around 10, which I believe is just these. Yeah, so 4.8 per minute, and there's 2 of them. So the beams are burning around 10 a minute, and that's what we're seeing on the throughput monitor. And then over here, we're seeing a solid 270. So that means basically everything that we're making is being used from pipes. We need another, probably a couple hundred more. So let's just go turn on this other pipe module out here. We might, let's see, 270. We should probably just turn them both to pipes, since obviously we're not really using that many beams at the moment. And I don't have anything on the agenda that's going to be using beams. Yeah, this thing should be all ready to go. The only thing that we want to do is, let's turn it on first. Oh, it says it's on. Yeah, we got power. So this should be the output right here, and it's got pipes sitting there ready to go. Yeah, it's good to go. And this one should have some beams in there. There's beams on the belt. Well, I'm not going to convert this over to pipes just yet. Maybe we should, but for the moment, let's just take these pipes that we have in this one and get them back to the base. And let's see what we should do about that. I'm thinking maybe we'll just bring it through here. Some power here, please. And then, yeah, bring it underneath here somewhere. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. Do that first. I guess, I mean, I could put down some flying wire, I suppose. I have a little bit of power right here. Got so many things to do that I'm not going to really spend a lot of time dialing this in at the moment, but we will, you know, try to make it look not super janky. And from here, we just want to go straight over. I don't know, like right about here looks fine. them foundations. Just so we can get ourselves something flat to build on. We are not going to clean up that ports at the moment. Yeah, we're just going to run along on the ground. I'm very happy that we built this, never used it for anything. This is a very early project, actually. You know, steel was definitely one of the first things we did. So I guess we'll just kind of switch it into curve mode here, because I'm not going to build this all the way through. And then we'll kind of go similar to what we're doing here with the ports. I do actually really like the curve mode, but and I think it's good for running belts out in the woods, but in the base it's kind of a little spaghetti. So, we're actually here pretty close to where we want to be, so I think we can just move on to the next project here. We've got pipes here now, and we need a lot of pipes for this guy. We're going to put 2 of these down, so that we need 80 pipes for that. And Caterium-wise, I think we're okay. We can go check and see. And then rubber is actually the big deal. But we do have... We've got 300 rubber coming in. And this box right here is connected to that 300 rubber line. That is for the modular engines, but we're not doing those today. So we're just going to use that same rubber. We actually have enough rubber to do everything. Yeah, actually, we haven't looked at the modeler yet, so let's do that real quick. So here is this automated wire blueprint that I just created, and it's taken 240. Here, let's pull this up. It's a little easier to read. It needs 240 rubber. We saw that it was 120, and this is 2 instances of it to make 40. Because we want to make 8 adaptive control units, and then we are going to sloop this one. That's why it's got the purple, so that it makes twice as many as we need. And we'll overclock it a little bit as well, so that we don't have to have as many somber sloops. It says it needs 5.3, but I think we can make it run on 4, and then that will just be 8 summer sloops we need for that. We're also going to summer sloop the new computers that we're going to make as well, so that we can get it down to 2 assemblers instead of 4. and that will be another 4. So we'll need 12 summer sloops, and I'm pretty sure I have like 17 right now. So anyway, we're going to do this automated wiring here. We'll do 2 of these. Then we also need to set up a little computer line to make 4 computers, or crystal oscillators, to make 4 crystal oscillators. And then we'll have 2 assemblers here. We also have a circuit board set up. And we need copper for that, and quartz. We got lots of quartz. Copper is the one that might be a little bit of an issue. Let's see, how much copper we're looking at here. 173 here. We're going to need 40 here. Let's just bring all these together into a splurger so we can get a grand total. So 213 there. And we need another 228. So yeah, it's a little tight on copper. One thing we could do is, you know, do like an iron or a copper alloy recipe. Because we only have 1 copper node real close by, unfortunately. It is a pure node, which is good, and we're making 780 with it right now. Yeah, on the circuit boards, the blueprint that we have uses raw copper ore, and we're processing everything from that node right now. I suppose we could just split it off, but the problem there is that we need 1.6 of these blueprints, and we do have 1 down right now, but it's not connected. Anyway, let's get back to yeah, so what are we going to do first here? Let's just make sure that we've got the plan. Yeah, we're going to do the automated wiring first. Then we'll work on the either circuit boards or crystal oscillators. Okay. So automated wiring, it's this guy right here. So we need our copper, our deuterium, our rubber, and our pipes. So we just brought the pipes in right over here. The copper and deuterium are over there, and the rubber is over here. Since this is a space elevator part, we're going to build it in this space elevator area over here. This part will go into these adaptive control units, this automated wiring part, so this is the natural place to put it. And honestly, well, we do have this thing in the way here. We could just build it right underneath here. That actually is not a bad idea. Let's see if we can fit it in. It is a 5x5. Which is the maximum that you can fit in a Mark II blueprint. So let's just blow some stuff up, I guess. I've been very good about not destroying foliage. Here, let's get a foundation. And we'll just bring it down from this corner right here. And we want to be just above this. I think, so 5x5 is what? It's 8 times 5 is 40? Yeah, I think it's 40 by 40. And this is 40 right here. So, yeah, this thing is in the way. It's very much in the way. What if we go over here? Come on. I don't know how it... Okay, so that's 40 right there. Yeah, this actually does take pretty much the full height. You can see it in the Mark II blueprint over there. There's just like maybe 2 meters, so it's like 38 meters high, and that's actually without a foundation on it. So it's a little bit of a tight squeeze. We might actually have to, yeah, looks like what we'll do is we'll build it just outside over here. This looks like we have space over here to do it. We might have to take down some of those trees, but let's, so we can put this down and use this to start to figure out where we're going to put it. Since we're outside of this, it doesn't matter how low we are. So let's move it over here. And go up a little bit, because we need 2 of these. As long as we can fit 2 of these, we should be good. And let's see where we're at in relation to... Yeah, I think that looks good. Let's put her down. The only other question is direction. Yeah, that's the right direction. So let's do that and put down 1 more. And then we'll get rid of these trees. Okay, I think this is good. This is a good spot for us. So this is auto. 20 automated wiring. And we will... Yeah, I think this is the right direction. Aluminum sheets. We have aluminum sheets, but they're coming in. Guess we can run over there and grab some. They're on the other side of the base. At the aluminum train station, we have a whole bunch. Actually, I think we have 2 places where we're uploading aluminum sheets. One of the aluminum factories is uploading them, and then one of these also. This is casings. That should get us by for a little bit. All right. I did not build an adapter for this. Adapter would be nice right about now. Maybe we should do that. It should be fairly easy to build because we're using these walls with the conveyor holes. So we just need to replicate that and then build an adapter for it. Can we fit this right here? Are we seriously 40 meters tall exactly? Or 42 or whatever this thing is? Okay, let's just go measure it real quick. I think it's like the 11 meter plus 1 or something like that. So there's 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 11 plus 1, just like I said. But it's really, this is really the 14th meter, right? Because we've got 1 on the bottom, then 10, and then 2, so we're at 13, 14. So so we go up 13, and then we'll place down that first row. Let's clear them, get rid of this. So we go up 13 and then place the row across. And then this is, yeah, I see where it's at. So there's 10. And then we need 3 more. And then we're going to zoop it across here. Oh, yeah, we don't want to do that. We want to, let's go out this way. And then we'll go across here. Okay, and then we can get rid of all of this. Okay, now we need the walls. So we have in the very center, we have one of these. And then we have 2 of these. And just because I don't really like that orange, I'm going to paint these real quick so I don't have to look at it. All right. So, for our adapter, we will do this. Put a floor on it. And it doesn't have to be exactly 1 wide. This gives us a little bit more flexibility. And we've got 5. So let's use our stackable conveyor pole. And we're just going to, actually, let's make sure we do it from where we want it, so we don't have to go make a bunch of changes later. I think we want it right here. Which is basically 1 meter in. Okay, there's all 5. And we'll make it so that it flows in the directions that we want. So basically all the parts are going to go to the right and the results will go to the left. So the center one is the results. And I guess we'll put that on the bottom. So the trick here is these won't snap automatically. Let's see. Let me think about this for a second. I think if we have the belt, I'm pretty sure if we have the belt sticking out of the end of the lift and in the right place, it should auto-connect. And that's the main goal here, is to get auto-connect working. So we'll come back one more. No? All right. Looks like we have to put another layer on here to get this to match what we want. Yeah, that looks correct there, I think. Might need to go back one more. Right here. Get rid of this. Okay. And then that's going to be for this bottom layer, which will come across here. And then we need a, we can put down one of these, because this is going to be a merger, actually. So, yeah. 8. Now, we're going to find out right now whether this is going to work. Well, it didn't snap, but the problem is that we're going the wrong direction. Yeah, we're going the wrong direction. That's the problem. Okay, so this is actually going to be out. All right, let's see if we can get this to snap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that snapped. So that should be working. So what we'll do is save this blueprint. This is going to be the automated wire adapter. So we'll put it right next to the automated wire. And we'll use a splitter. Okay, and then we will test it real quick here. So we just put that down. I need to make a little change to it so we can test it properly. What should we do here? Yeah, I can just delete this and save it. Put a wall down right there. Okay, so we should be able to test it with that. So adapter. And let's go into that is not acting like it's going to auto connect. Oh, yeah, let's get rid of the get rid of this. This is probably causing the problem. So we have the tag end of the belt, and I believe that we're connected. And hit save. Maybe I should have just built this thing. I pretty much regret not having adapters usually if I don't build them, so that's why I'm taking the time to do it. Well, let's try something a little slightly different here. Thought for sure you could thought for sure you could do this. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, see, now it's... I guess maybe I just need to go and put a little tiny tag end on each one of these. I can't put it into the blueprint because this is right on the edge. Well, it's a little bit annoying. Well, whatever. Let's not even bother with it, and It's just a couple of belts that we need to connect, so we won't worry about auto connect, but we'll still make the adapter. Okay, we can get rid of this now. All right, well, that means less futzing around, so we can get this done a little bit. Come on. All right. Do it like this. That's where it goes. All right. Let's move on. So that one's ready to go. Now we need... It doesn't really matter which is which, but I guess we can do them vertically in sequence. And splitters. We only have 4 belts. I guess this actually should be on the ground. We might need to keep this here for the moment. Okay, well, we'll redo that center one in a bit. Okay, I think we're really onto something now. We got it all figured out. This one might be interesting. How are we going to do that? Oh, okay. I think I know what we'll do. No, we did have space for 5 belts. So this one can just go straight across. No, it's up by 1. I don't think that matters too much. Oh, good, it's raining. It's a good thing we're under the roof. Yeah, it doesn't really look like this is paying off in terms of time saved or efficiency. That's the way it usually looks, actually, when you're doing blueprints. They're just, they take time. It takes time to get them right, but they pay off later. All right. So that one looks good, and we're not gonna we're not doing auto connect, so we're not really gonna worry about. Okay, let's do it this way, I guess. I mean, I can do this, but let's see what this looks like. We might need to do a shorty. I need one more. There we go. Perfect. The shorty comes in clutch. Okay. And then a merger. Okay. So that's basically it. Just gonna clean up this downwards part here. Okay, that should be it right there. I think that looks good. Save it. Oh, we need to clean this up too. It's a little bit sad that we can't auto-connect it, but at least this gets most of the infrastructure done for us. And if we put in oh, I guess I should probably turn auto connect off for this. Yeah, it's backwards. Thought there was something funny going on there. So these are all going to auto-connect here. And nothing else funny happening? Why is it not lined up? Are they both like that? Yeah, I guess it's because this doesn't have a floor on it, and the other one does. Whatever. Does it look good there? This time it worked. Okay. I guess we can use this power here. There's a tree right on my corner. I kind of don't want to kill it. Oh, we already passed it. Tree, why you gotta be right there? Gotta be some power around here somewhere. This guy's turned off, huh? Okay. That's good enough. Alright, now we need to get some parts up here. So we just brought those pipes in. We need the copper, the deuterium, and the rubber. The rubber is right here. We can just use this splitter. Is this a... Yeah, it's just a regular one. And which one do we want the rubber on? We want rubber on the top one. We're just gonna steal you. It's not connected. Okay, we don't need this. So there should be, well, what is this? Well, it's a, I think it might be a Mark IV underneath here. That would get us 480, which is more than enough. Yeah, it's a Mark IV. I think it's a Mark IV all the way over to the rubber factory. Okay, we got rubber going in. All right. Yttrium, copper, pipes. Guess we'll do pipes. Pipes is on the second to the bottom row. Right here. Hey, Matt. Yeah. That whole support thing. Yeah. Because I had the sports on the ground, not the glass foundations. Yeah, it's just a little, the whole thing is a little bit wonky. I was kind of rushing. The real thing is that I built the blueprint without the foundation, and then I built the adapter with the foundation. I probably should have just left the foundation off the adapter and then added one separately, and then they would have matched up. But yeah, I kind of screwed that up a little bit, but it all worked out in the end. I just had to hit the page down button, or yeah, for the first one I had to hit the page down button one time, and then the second one I just did the blueprint snap to the existing one, which was in the right place, and that solved it. So what should we do with this one? I could bring it over here and then run it under. I think we'll do that. Or we could just put a let's do this. Nah, I don't want to do that. Hey! Thank you, Gidley. You fixed the video on Twitch. Yay, yes. I figured it out. Well, I wasn't sure. I was waiting for you to join the stream to let me know whether I figured it out or not. But I had in OBS, I didn't have the, what was it? The rescale checkbox checked, and so it was doing my native monitor resolution, which is like 2560 by 1440. And once I rescaled it back to what is it rescaled to? It's like 1920 by 1080 standard HD. That's the change that I made. And so, and I also changed the audio bit rate. It was recommended to be at 160, and I was doing like 192, I think. So between, one of those changes apparently fixed it. That's great. After building my train network, I feel like I'm lost with what to do next. I need to revamp the plastic rubber factory and phase 2 space elevator parts factory. I feel like the game's just started. Yeah, well, I went through a bunch of stuff yesterday where I'm about to, get into phase 4, and I had built all this infrastructure, and then I started looking at, okay, well, I hadn't really looked at the phase 4 parts that much. I mean, I, obviously did, but then when I started, okay, now I'm going to start building these phase 4 parts. Well, I discovered lots of holes in the in what I'd built, and missing, like missing computers. Don't have enough computers. Yeah, I have enough computers to build, I don't know, what is it, 15 supercomputers a minute, but I need computers for the adaptive control units. So yeah, that's my recommendation to you. Just try to start building those parts, and you'll probably find out. Hey, yeah, I just realized you're chatting with me on Twitch as well there. Yeah, making adaptive control units, but we're really making assembly director systems, and so we need the adaptive control units to make the assembly director systems. Yeah, I just Goodly. I have both of them on screen, but yeah, I get focused on what I'm working, and yeah, sometimes I miss them for a little bit. Oh, what is this? Just noticed this odd little. Oh yeah, I have an extra piece of something up here. Get rid of that. So yeah, we're making assembly director systems today. Let's get this. Let's just get this pipe up on the ceiling. And we're going to go over, I can't, how far is it? It's all the way back here. Yeah, it's been a long time coming to finally start to make these phase 4. Oh, we can't go in. We need to go into default mode here to get this on the grid. I guess we'll go right here. Now we can go into straight mode. Yeah, it's been a long time coming to get to the point where we could actually try to build some space elevator parts for phase 4. And, yeah, of course I did mention that there are some holes in what I've built, and we don't have enough computers, don't have enough circuit boards, blah, blah, blah. But, we did all the hard stuff, so putting together a tiny factory to make up for what we're short on shouldn't be too tough. We do have a okay, so we're over here. We do have a bunch of blueprints and stuff that we can use, but I don't know, we'll make the decision on how we're actually going to do it here in a few minutes. So let's put this one right here. And we're actually under, so we'll go under. And I think that's the spot there. Oh my goodness. We got ourselves a Kajagoogoo. Too shy. Too shy. Okay, we got pipes. Pipes are flowing into the system. All right, so we just need copper and deuterium. I don't think we have any copper or deuterium over here. You see, I dug a bunch of holes in the base yesterday after the stream, just trying to... Well, really what I was trying to do is turn on all of these systems so I could kind of exercise it, because a lot of... we had a little bit of bit rot, you know, since I basically, you know, used most of these things for Phase 3, and, yeah, it hadn't been really running at all for the last week or so, and I wanted to, so I sent a bunch of the parts to this awesome sink over here, just so that I could go around and see just how much are we using. This one's supposed to be making 30, so 27 is a reasonable value there. This one's supposed to be 45, which is exactly right. Here's 25 motors. This is 45 what? Smart plates? And then over here, yeah, this guy was not making 72 earlier. He's still not making 72. Oh, yeah, because we're still short on pipes. See, he's not getting enough pipes. But we don't care about that too much. We can deal with that. But we did just bring the 270 pipes over, and we're only using 80 of them, so we could bring those over. But that's, yeah, we're not working on that right now. Got to stay focused. Speaking of stay focused, let's just go look at the board real quick. So we're working on the automated wiring right now. Then we're going to need to get the circuit boards and the oscillators, then the computers, and then the adaptive control unit thing is all set up. So that should, we just got to make sure it's all plumbed. And then we'll do the assembly directors. And I think that's just going to be, how many? We should be able to do it in 4 assemblers. Okay, so our stuff that we want is over here. Ooh, I wonder how much of this we're using. We're using a lot of Caterium here. We don't have that much. We only have 100 ingots. But the belt is backed up, so that's a good sign. Yeah, so I did spend a bunch of time to replace some of the concrete, and it sure is nice. I'm super addicted to this. Just have a glass floor so you can see what's happening. Okay, so here's where we are. This is as far as they go. So we can just take both of these from here and run them over there. And then we should be good to go for the automated wiring. And we'll just, I painted these in a nice pretty color. We can just kind of continue to use that. I'm gonna go see where we want to go across. We'll go across right about here maybe. There's a lot of stuff in the way, so we're gonna go across right here is what we're gonna do. Yeah, when I do convert all of this to glass foundation, then I'm going to get to see the spaghetti, which, you know, I'm not embarrassed by it at all. How far do we go? Okay, so we want to go over to there. I like to see how the sausage is made. That's why I use a lot of glass. I like the machines. I like the belts. We're gonna go right through this rock. So this one's Caterium. And we got Caterium. Okay, so Caterium. Which one is it? Caterium is the second to the top. And where are we over here? Just bring it all the way to the end. What should we do here? Let's do the floor hole. This one is for the Criterium. What? Okay, that's better. Alright, we got Criterium. Oh. I guess I did that in the wrong order, didn't I? I should put the Criterium on this one over here instead of that one. Of course. Okay. All right, let's go get that copper. The copper is going to be on this one. We can set this up first. And then once that's done, we'll just need to take the auto wire and get it over there. Let's go get that copper real quick. I'm a little bit lost here. Where am I supposed to be? Ah, here we go. That's the Criterium. And then this is the copper right here. I'm using the wrong color. We want copper belt. Actually, I think I still have this. I can just paint it. There we go. All right. Come on. All right. All right, I guess I should have put it on the other side. We'll just hide that underneath so nobody knows. The horrible things that I do. There we go. Okay, that should be the last one. Where, yeah, there we go. We got copper coming. So that should wake everything up, and we should start to get some auto wire. Let's go have a peek and just see how things are going. So we're using fused wire. And I think that's just 2 of them are on fused wire right here. And then these 2 are fused quick wire. And then those feed into these are stators. Quick wire stators. There's 4 of those. And then the stators go upstairs into the auto wire. No stators coming in yet, but we do have some cable. We also have coated cable, or insulated cable, I guess it is. So we have 4 making insulated cable, and then those feed into 8 assemblers making automated wiring. So these 2 fit onto this layer, and then there's 6 more up on the next layer. And then the output from that just comes down here, right out to here. And do we have anything on the belt yet? There they are. There's our first 4. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to just take those and run it right into wherever the input is for these guys. Where is it? It's right here. So I had an old AutoWire factory over here somewhere. Looks like it's over here a little bit. There it is. That's the end of the line. So we're not going to be using that anymore. We'll just delete it. That one was just like 3 assemblers sitting on the floor of the base. Okay. So it's this one right here. What am I standing on? I guess we can turn this around since we're going to be facing the other direction. And we'll just run it straight over. And for this one, I guess we can go... Why won't you snap? Why is it right on top of that other one? That's very crooked. Okay, and then we'll put a merger right there. And okay. We got auto wire right here. All right. There it is on the belt. Okay, auto wire should be done. Circuit boards. What is this, computers? I think that's computers. Circuit boards, computers, heavy modular frames. We have heavy modular frames, but we're going to need to run them from the train station over here. Probably circuit boards should be the next thing on the list. We have this one here. It's not currently connected, I don't believe. Where does this go to? Yep, it's already over here, so let's just go split that copper ore. Let's have a look at what our copper is saying right now. 360. 380. And we'll peek at our modeler here to see how much we need. So, circuit boards, 40 plus 12, 288, or 228. We should be fine there. And then there's also, looks like another 40 over here. We should be taking 173 for that automated wire that we're doing. So, I don't know. We may have a copper situation a little bit later, but we'll find out. We kind of need 2 of these. if we don't have this one, let's disconnect this. Yeah, we can do this with just the one. So let's do that, and then we'll worry about the rest of the circuit boards when we work on the computers. So what we want to do is steal some of this ore. And we already have a splitter here, so we'll just pop a floor hole in right here and steal it that way. And the belt is mostly run. It's one of these over here, one of these two. It's like it's this one right here. What's this, Caterium? This is the floor hole that we want. And I guess we want raw silica as well. Okay. Why is this guy not doing anything? Is he's got power. I guess his output is blocked. That's the problem. Just for testing purposes, we will connect it to this. Wow, that's an interesting belt shape. Let's see what happens. Should start drawing ore. Yeah, no. Okay, these guys are waking up. All right, it appears to be working. Let's put a throughput monitor on here. So I think circuit boards, at least for the adaptive control units, should be good. We need computers. Let's check on the heavy modular frames first before we do that. Circuit board should be good. We have the heavy modular frames, but I think we might have a train situation there. The auto wiring we just did, and then we got to do computers. So let's get the heavy modular frames. We actually have tons of them in the station over here. We have more than we need. So we probably don't need to solve the train problem. We're making them, and we're putting them into a train station, and we have a train station that has a whole bunch of them. But I don't think that the train is actually going to that other train station and bringing them over at the moment. When I built the train station, I basically put a bunch of trains down just all over the place, and actually the heavy modular frames caused a problem for me because, you know, they're on this first platform, from a train station, and I had a train that was going from here to one of my aluminum places, and it was basically dropping heavy modular frames where it was expecting aluminum ingots, and yeah, that broke my casing production. So I just went and deleted all these test trains that I had. I had a bunch of test trains running around the map and deleted them all, and so that's why we currently are not actually getting these, but we don't really need them. Let me see. We have tons of them here. So in total, what's the recipe here? Yeah, it's just one heavy modular frame per adaptive control unit. And what is it? 2 adaptive control units per... Yeah, I can't read it from there. Let's go look, just look in the thing. So yeah, it's 2 of these. So we basically need 2,500, and we have 2,300 there, 2,400 there. So yeah, we got more than we need. So I'm not going to worry about the train bringing them over. I'm just going to get these over there and get it plugged in. And on that, I guess we could just put it on this line here. It's too bad we don't have supports. Or we could just run it over here and put it underneath. Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll just run it underneath this. That seems good. One too many. Right here. Is that correct? This looks good. All right. Yeah, straight mode on the ceiling with ceiling hangers is my favorite. And that on a glass floor, oh my. Then put a little clipping through the ground and perfection. Okay, so we are here and we need to go over there. And after this, we need to deal with computers. But then, after computers, then that's the last thing. Then, obviously, we need to build the assembly director systems, but that's just... I believe that's just 4 assemblers. Where are we going here? This is heavy modular frames, so... right here. We can just track down where this one is. We can connect to it. Right here. Okay, how close did we get? This one. Alright, we should have heavy modular frames on this belt, which we do. We're looking good. Okay, that was easy. Now this one is not as easy, but it shouldn't be super difficult. This one is computers. And once we have computers, this guy's all turned on and ready to go. This is where the space elevator was, right here. we can get rid of this. And I guess I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here, but I'm thinking maybe we build a little platform off of this where we generate the assembly director systems and run them right in. Maybe something like that. Once we get all the parts, we do need to get supercomputers over here too. I believe they're in a train station. Okay. All right, what are we doing here? We need computers, and we're probably going to need some circuit boards too. We actually had a box full of circuit boards around here somewhere. There's 390 in this one. That's not very many. I think those are the ones that we just... Okay, let's just go look at the board real quick. So I think it's 45 circuit boards coming out of that. The main thing is we need those 4 crystal oscillators. And so for those, we need quartz crystal and AI limiters. So that's just, we should actually build a blueprint for this. So it's just 4 constructors, and we'll overclock this one. So it'll be 4 constructors, 2 manufacturers, and 1 assembler. No problem. We can easily fit that into a blueprint. So we'll do the we'll do these on the bottom floor, and then we'll put these on the next floor, I guess. Actually, it could be just a single floor even. I mean, we could do it with 3. What about our... We actually have a blueprint. Let's see. We have this blueprint right here. What would it cost us to do that? How many do we need? 4? Let's just put this right here, and we'll connect it to... disconnect this one first. And what is it? 107? Yeah, see, that's the problem with using that blueprint, is that we need 2 of them, and yeah, that's why I decided against doing that. So we'll just make one new blueprint. Just custom designed for the amount that we need. All right. So we said it was going to be 4. Here, let's go back to the modeler real quick, and we'll turn it into a blueprint here. And that will make it easy for us. So we just highlight all this stuff. We want to make a new blueprint. Copy this. Go in here. And we'll put this to the output. This one on input. And we'll set this to 4. And that should do it. And then this to 1. Okay, now we can get rid of this. Oh, yeah. Actually, what if we put the circuit boards in there also? Let's do that. We're not going to use that blueprint. We can definitely get the circuit boards in here. We have all the parts that we need. So let's do... This is silicone circuit board. And I think it said we wanted 12 of those. So 1 machine is all we need. That's nice. Connect this here. So we're going to need 5 constructors. And then we also need another constructor for this. Okay, 80 quick wire, 92 copper, and 82 quartz. And let's just clean this up a little bit so I can read it. Okay, I think that's good to go. So, 5 constructors. No, 7. 7 constructors. And 2 assemblers. And then 2, 3, 4 manufacturers. I'll probably do it in 2. I don't know. Okay, we'll leave that like that. And we'll start with wall. How many ingredients did we need? 3? So we'll... And this is just just to get us started. I don't know if that's how they're going to end up. So we need 3 taking in the quartz, and we need 5 taking in the copper. So that's 8. So we could do 4 and 6. Let me look at the numbers again real quick. You know, the numbers are so small that it doesn't matter which direction we do them. But it looks like we'll do shared input. And what's this guy? He's... That's Mark 4. That's fine. So we need both quartz crystal and silica. Just need 1 on quartz crystal and 2 on silica. And we need 5 on copper. So let's do the 6 copper first. Is that centered? It's not. We have lots of room in this one, so we're not going to worry about making everything as compact as possible. Which will save a lot of time because these things can get quite tedious. What? Oh, I see. We're already connected that way. So we can just do... Since we're already connected from here to here, we only need to connect from there to there. What? Okay. I guess I'm going to wire these the way I want them wired. Doesn't seem like that's the best way to do it. Actually, no. We don't worry about wiring at all. We'll wire it later. Okay. We still have this one here. So these are going to be sheets. And let's figure out the number. We need 20. No. We need 46.4. So 773 each. It's best to just paste the expression right in, and that way you'll get the most accurate floating point value representation. Okay. And this is shared input. We'll put the copper over here on this side. No, that's the wrong direction. There we go. We should be able to just connect right up. Okay. So that should have our sheets covered. And then we need silica and quartz crystal. We can do this on the next floor. I don't think we have room for 2 more rows. If we have room for 2 more rows, we could do them here. But we don't. We could do the quartz here, quartz crystal here, and then we could do the silica. Or actually, we can just put those right as inputs to the other machines that are going to use them. It's probably the better way to go. I think we have plenty of room. We could put the... Oh, we have 2 outputs. Forgot. We could put the AI limiters here. Let's do that. Get rid of this one. And because this is the output right here that we need. And then the other one is going to be one of these. Oh, I thought I was on the end piece. But we'll put the AI limiters right here. I think this should fit. Lots of space. I'll put a splitter on this. Actually, let's rotate this way. And then when we put a splitter on it, it should be perfect. Okay. And that should be all we need for the AI limiter. And AI limiters, we need 4 per minute, so 80%. Okay. And then the other part is the quick wire. So we'll put the quick wire here. And we don't want this one on here. Okay. And this actually needs to be 2. Okay, time for a floor. We want 5x5, 11 meter with light. What? It's all right. Try this again. This is the console right here, yeah. Oh, it's because we're in blueprint mode. That's why. Go to default mode, and it should work the way I want it to. There we go. Okay, so we've got our sheets and our AI limiters. Sheets and AI limiters are done. On this next floor, we need to have, looks like, all right, we'll put down our 2 manufacturers. Oh, we need rubber also. Oops. That's a little bit of an issue. Did I resize this thing? Well, that was handy. They actually matched exactly. So we have 4 inputs. So copper goes here. Quick wire still over there. Let's just get these manufacturers down. We're going to only do 2, so that means we'll have to overclock. Might be a bit of a squeeze. These guys are making insulated crystal oscillators. What is the regular crystal oscillator recipe? It only does 1. So yeah, we don't want that for sure. This should give us plenty of room on that side. So we need quartz crystal, rubber, and AI limiters. The AI limiters are over here, coming out of this. We actually could even route them this way. Yeah, I don't need to get ahead of myself on that. What's the other one? Oh. We need circuit boards also. So we need 2 constructors, well, 3 constructors, and 1 more assembler. This guy is going to be circuit boards. And he needs to do 12 per minute. And he's going to have one constructor at 26.4. Yeah, this is not going to fit. Because we need 2 more constructors. I mean, we can just put them up and drop it down in. Let's do that. Should go a little bit higher, I guess, huh? How's that? Yeah, it's not actually clipping. Okay, and then these guys need quartz crystal 1875 each. So those we're going to do like this. Doesn't really matter which one they go in. I think that's lined up. Okay. AI limiters. A through hole. And I don't know where it belongs, but we'll just pop it there just so we have something to line up with. Right here. What was the other thing we needed? The rubber. So quartz crystal, rubber. So we need to route the quartz still, and we need to route the rubber. And the rubber, we could just go through the floor, I guess. Those lights are a little bit annoying. We'll do it this way. Yeah, it should be right here. Is that correct? Looks pretty good. No, we're off by one. Okay. So we want to put a splitter going that way. This one doesn't really matter, just as long as it's got input there. Wait, it's going the wrong direction. This is not going to work. Yeah, actually it will work if we just place that floor hole right there. I don't know if this will snap, but it doesn't matter if it snaps or not. Just use a belt. Okay, so that's rubber. This is copper. This is quick wire. And quartz right here. So we need to run the quartz. Is all the copper for this? Where's the other copper go? Oh, circuit boards. This is still circuit boards, right? So this needs to come up here. Okay, so that should be the other copper. And now we just need to run the quartz. This had the right recipe. Silica. Yeah. And how much on the silica? On silica, we need 26.4. Okay. And then, yeah, we already had that one set. These, we were going to overclock this. Hey, Gidley. Not sure how long ago you posted in there. Yeah, we're in and out of Modeler. So quartz. We need quartz now. Oh, look at this. Beautiful, right in the middle of our lighting. But, you know, I'm not super concerned about this blueprint. This is kind of a one-off. I mean, why do I even need a blueprint for this? I kind of don't. I'm not sure which one this is going to be. This is going to be this one here, so... yeah. Seven. We're going to come in from that side. And... hopefully that is in line. It doesn't really matter if it is. It actually is in line. And then we need to also take it up here as well. So we'll just put a floor hole right here. It's kind of hard to... There we go. That's what we want. I don't know if those are lined up. I want it right here. And put a splitter on this one. Okay. I mean, I think everything is plumbed here. We do need to wire. Oh, we need the outputs still. So we'll put the computers on this one and the circuit boards on this one. It's a little bit ugly. Okay, circuit board's there, and then put the crystal oscillators right here. And a merger. Okay. I think we got everything we need. We just need to, we could put another ceiling on it, I guess. Let's do that. We good? That's plenty good. Generally, I like to put my power right here. Unfortunately, it's in the way a little bit, but I guess we can do it right there. Good morning. Yeah, those should all be wired for me. So I think everything else is unwired, which is the way we want it. But okay, that's already connected. Okay. What if we do that? Why? Alright, well, we have to just go where this guy is, so. I really don't understand. Why does it have to be so difficult? Here, let's do this. This looks good. We can do this. Can put this one right there. That should work. Should be able to get straight. Yep, that works. And then this one can go right there. Okay, that solves all of our problems. So now this is our power. Okay, everything should be wired. We don't have our lights up here, though. I mean, if we rewired this, wouldn't have that, but whatever. I don't care. Okay, I think this thing's done. So what is this? 4 crystal oscillators and 12 circuit boards.
Yes, OD.
And to be honest, I really don't care about this blueprint, so I'm going to just leave it in undefined. What? What did I see? I forgot the R. Crystal. Crystal oscillators. Okay, whatever. It's crystal oscillators. All right. We can put this thing down. Where are we going to put it? Well, I'm going to take just a moment break, and then we will test this thing, and after that, we'll be able to build our assembler director systems and connect them up to the space elevator. So let me just take a few moments break, and I'll be right back.
Let's do it like after I take my cast off.
Okay. We are back. So we got to test this thing, and we got to get the supercomputers over here, and then we should be good. What are the odds? The odds are not good. Pretty sure it's not going to work the first try. That's just how things go. So this one is Crystal. And there's our inputs are right here. Okay, what does this guy need? I didn't mark the didn't mark what's what. So we know that this one is copper, this one is I think that was rubber. This one's quartz. And that one's quick wire. So what do we got? We got copper right here. And so we know that copper goes here, so let's just go ahead and connect that up. Let's get some power on this thing too. Where's the power? Right here. We got lights. I guess we didn't get the bottom floor lights connected. So this is how you debug these things. I mean, I could replace it down, but I'm just going to do that for now. We know that this one is quick wire. Do I have any quick wire in here? Don't have any quick wire. Pretty sure we're just about out of quick wire everywhere. What is this? Oh, there we go. We found some quick wire. Get rid of this and this. All right, take all that. These guys don't have any power. We're out of rubber too. I know there's a box of rubber over there we can grab. So we'll pop the quick wire in here, and I'm gonna just clear my inventory so we have some room. And let's go grab that rubber real quick. Is this thing even connected to anything anymore? It's just sitting here by itself. Let's get rid of it. And we can put the rubber in here. So I think this one is for rubber, because this is silica, this is AI limiters. So yeah, definitely rubber goes right here. And then what did we do with the quick wire? We put it right here. We want that one there. And then this one was the quartz crystal. What is this? It's not quartz crystal, but it's quartz. So for quartz, just gonna put a splitter on this, and bring it over. All right. So, I guess this got disconnected as well. What did I do? Okay, I can see a problem already. And this is one of those problems where we have to definitely delete the whole thing. Well, there's a couple things. One, we want to definitely, can we do this? No, maybe not. Okay, well, we won't worry about that. But yeah, the main issue here is that we don't want this. We do want these. So what we need is a merger right here. And we want to connect that to there, and then this to here. No. Default mode. That should solve that. And yeah, there's not much we can do about that, so let's just hit save. And well, that should fix that problem. Quick wire is not connected. Oh no, it is. It just wasn't. Hadn't rendered the belt yet or whatever. Okay, so now these guys should be going out. There we go. That's what we need. Sheets there, sheets here. This guy didn't get any power. I missed him. We could just get the power from the light. Save this. So what's happening with our quartz? Why is quartz not moving? This guy's moving. Do we have any circuit boards over here? Yeah, we got some circuit boards on the belt. That's a good sign. And then what about up here? Quartz crystal is not getting in there. Okay, what are these guys? Missing recipes? Got the quartz, they got the power, just no recipes. And let me check the number on that. That's supposed to be 40. So 20 each. And we'll hit save. I'm just going to make that change here. Okay, so rubber, quartz, AI limiters, rubber, quartz. No, where's quartz? Looks like we forgot to connect this one. Yep. Save that. All right. I think we're there. I believe we are there. He's getting quartz now. We might even have a computer over here. I don't see any computers just yet. Oh, no, no. Computers. These are quartz crystal oscillators. 2 per minute. Must be the first one this guy's got done, I guess. Okay. What? There's one in there. Here comes another one. Okay. This one should be 4. Okay, well, both of them are working, so that's what we needed to do. Let's look at the thing. So where we are now is circuit boards. I mean, computers needs to go into. I think that's the last thing we needed, right? We got everything else connected and plugged in. We just need to take 2 assemblers and then take these 4 and then the 12 circuit boards. And run them in on this one right here, which is the computers. Merge. Alright, we're going this is a crystal computer. And what's our numbers? Numbers are 2.4, so we need 16. So we need to make this 4. Where's my stuff? So we want this to be 4 here. Paste it in there. And then we also need some sloops. And that'll take it up to 8. Per minute. And we just need circuit boards and crystal oscillators. So that's 12 and 4, which is what we're making, in theory. Take a peek. It's supposed to be 12 and 4. It says 10 and 4, but that's probably fine. At these low rates, it's not super accurate. Did this one get right? I don't know. This one definitely was not right. And 6 one, half dozen the other. We'll put this one lower and this one higher. Of course. What do I got in here? Most of the stuff can just go into the sink or the trash can. Let's just go drop some of the stuff in the sink real quick. We don't need these stators. Rid of the casings. That's enough for now. We will have to connect this to actual inputs. We got the quartz, but we need the rubber, the copper, and the quick wire. This guy's already cranking. Okay. We got computers on the belt. If we do this, it should just turn this thing on. How many does it need? It needs 2. Idle. Oh, it's because the output is full. But if I take this output, it should wake up. It did. Nice. Okay, we still need to connect the inputs to the new circuit board crystal oscillator blueprint, and then we also need to connect, we need to put down our 4 of these guys, and then we got to get our supercomputers over here. So let's start with these ones. I kind of want to put them up here. Actually, let's put a 5x5 down. And we're gonna do 4. 4 will actually fit in a 5x5. Oh, that's not where we want it, though. I think this is where we want it. Yeah, that's where we want it. Production assemblers. Let's just do it like that. These are assembly director systems. What's the rate we're going to do on these? We're going to do... so it's 5 and a 5.3 is how many we're supposed to have. We have 4, so we want 2 each. Or 1. And then we want also that. So that makes 2. That's it. So we just got to get those supercomputers over here and get these computers, these adaptive control units up there. So they're currently going this way and merging right here. But what we'll do is take this. Merge it right here. And then just bring it up and over. Yeah, we gotta bring this in here. Is that correct? Looks good. I don't think we're going to be able to reach all the way over here. All right. What's missing? Well, it's backwards. So that means everything is broken. Okay. We got some adaptive control units right here. Now we just need to get them up here. So I guess we'll do the same thing with these as we do with the computers. So this one we're going to start that direction, but then the rest we want to go. This one probably start that way also, and then these we go this way. What did I do? Oh, I missed this one, that's why. Okay, and then we need some floor holes. All right. We are very close here. Let's put this in here. We do need to get supercomputers, but that shouldn't be too bad. We have built them. Let's scooch this over one. I think that's where it's supposed to be. No power. We're going over there, so let's just take this to here. Actually, there we go. So everybody's got power. We should have, yeah, we got adaptive control units in all of the devices, all of the assemblers. Supercomputers. Before we do that, let's do this. Gonna merge in that direction. Okay, and then these guys, I guess we'll just put a floor hole right here. I don't know if this is the exact right spot. It does look like that is the exact right spot. I think it's there. Or is that one too low? Yeah, that's probably one too low. There we go. All right, now all we need to do is get our supercomputers in here, and then we should be uploading our first assembly director systems. We still do need to connect this stuff too. But let's do the supercomputers first. So we're just going to go over to the computer fab, and we'll verify the train is there. Oh, are you kidding me? Jesus. That was a huge blunder. Okay, so these guys are making the supercomputers right here. They should be going over to this train station. So computer fab exports. What happened? Don't we have it connected? Guess not. Are we even bringing them over? No. Okay. Thought we had them down here. Guess not. Where are they? They're just going into this. Okay. I'll probably have to rebuild that. Okay, I think... Yeah, we do have to rebuild this, of course. And then we'll put a smart splitter on here. Pretty sure that didn't connect. Yeah, so smart splitter, we want overflow left, right. And then supercomputers out the middle. Okay. And then that should have snapped. Okay, so we should be getting supercomputers into here. Perfect. And we're going to take it to the heavy modular frames train station. So this is the supercomputer express transport train, and we need 2 freight cars. Wait, radio control units. Yeah, well, it is what it is. And it's gonna go to computer fab exports and then go to base heavy modular frames. So it should pick up both radio control units and supercomputers. And let's see if we can get back there and route that belt before the train even gets there. And we do need to connect up those other belts to the crystal oscillator and computer factory that we just made. And that should be it. Here's our new rubber factory. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have gone this far. Oh, it looks like I didn't connect this belt. So it's coming in over here. We'll need to add another train station. Hopefully, oh, great. I don't really have room for another train station. I might be able to squeeze it in. Wait. Actually, we do have room. We're doing it this way. We can get rid of this. I think that's not going to be enough. Oh, wait. Is that exactly the right amount? It's almost like I planned it, except for this block signal won't work anymore. It's fine, we can get rid of it. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is going to be a little bit of an issue. Here, let's just turn this to load so it doesn't break anything. Oh, this guy is supposed to be set to unload. Okay, well, it'll take a few minutes for him to come back, but that gives us time to route. Okay. Now, this is, yeah, I guess let's go out and see where we want to go up. Want to go up is over here. Right here. Right through this. I have no idea where this is. I think it might be this one right here. This one right here. All right. So now when the train gets here, in theory, we will have supercomputers. Let's check the map and see where it is. Hot rubber. Did I name this one? What did I name it? Supercomputers. Looks like it's on its way back. Okay. The other thing that we want to do is just connect up the belts to this guy. So this is copper. So we need quick wire, rubber, and copper. I think we ran out of copper here. Yeah, we did. That one actually is fine. We can keep this one. So we need quick wire, copper, and rubber. Quick wire and copper are both over here. There's the quick wire, and there's copper right here. Where's this copper going? Oh, I know where it's going. It's going to that new, the automated wiring factory. Oh, right through the rock. All right. This one right here. It's not going to reach. That's okay. We'll just put it to here. And we need a splitter. Okay. There's our copper. Oh my goodness. The supercomputers just arrived. Assembly director systems are in progress. Nice. We do need to still continue to connect these belts, though, because we will run out of those supplies quickly. So we're going to do this one next, which is the quick wire. But no. Okay, there's the quick wire right there. Need a splitter.
Okay.
Of course you don't. I don't even know.
Okay, we need rubber. The rubber is over there. And then we are complete. There's rubber right here. Okay. So we can just go across here. Yeah, this is the last belt we need. And I think this is the rubber belt right here. Just put a merger down. I don't know, right here, I guess. And then a splitter. Come on. All right. Okay, that should be the rubber. There it goes. There it comes. Okay, I think everything is online. How are we looking here? %. Let's just prime these up real quick. We got a couple stacks of these. We'll give them some crystal oscillators too. All right, let's go check these guys up here. Oh, these guys are loaded for bear, 100%. Okay, well, as long as everything stays at 100%, I guess we can do the calculations here in a second. Let's just put a little bit of detail on this. Okay. What do we do with this inner corner? Do we have a thing for that? Yeah, there's gotta be. What is that? Architecture, roof, inner corner. Right there. That's the one we need. I think. Get our material, glass. Yes, it does work. Is that right? Yeah, it looks good. We'll just leave that one like that. Okay. Well, this is the culmination of a lot of parts. Looks like we're doing good. We don't really need this. As usual, I probably bit off a little more than I could chew for this one stream. But we got her done. Hey, Brent Cox. Oh, I'm very happy you've gotten me back into Satisfactory. That's awesome. I'm glad you're inspired. Or at least, yeah, just basically done with the stream just now. did a whole bunch of stuff today, including getting our very first space elevator part for phase 4 in. We put up these 40 automated wire. I started working on this module on the last stream, and then I finished it up off stream, and then today we put these up. And this is the adaptive control units from phase 3, but I had to get it back online because, you know, bit rot and a bunch of stuff got changed since then. And in order to do that, we needed some more computers. We do have a factory that's making 30 computers, but those are all being used for other things, so we had to set up another one. This one needed 16 computers per minute. Also needed to get some more circuit boards, and so we built this new module here that makes crystal oscillators and circuit boards, and then just wired it up. We were bringing the supercomputers across from the other factory. Here's our supercomputers. And then the supercomputers and the ADUs go into these 4 assemblers, making the assembly director systems. And we do have the Somers loops in there, so we're doubling it up. And we are making 8 per minute. And you can see we've got 84 of the 2,500. Yeah, sorry about that. The stream has actually gone on a little bit longer than I was hoping. Let's see, how long are we in? We're into the 3 hours, so yeah. May come back this afternoon and stream again, not sure. Yeah, just kind of doing the wrap up here. So yeah, we got the supercomputers. They're coming in on the train. Where's the train station? Right over there. They're coming in on that train, and then they going underneath here. The adaptive control units are coming up right here, going into there. And yeah, this is that new module that we just created on this build, or during this stream. Takes in quick wire, quartz, rubber, and copper, and makes crystal oscillators and circuit boards, which is what we need to make these 16 computers. And we are summer slooping these as well. And we are overclocking just so that we don't have to use as many summer sloops. How much is this taking? 152? Working on your train network, still barely surviving on power. Need oscillators. Everybody needs oscillators. High-speed connectors need aluminum. But building full train circle around the entire map. Then power plant time. Cool. Yeah, on this playthrough, my train network is just... It's really the first time I've built a train network. I've done a lot of point-to-point trains, you know, where I have a factory out somewhere and I have a train that brings that whatever product back from there. But the network makes all the difference. It's just so nice. Like just today on these supercomputers, I had a train station over there. And I didn't have the supercomputers going to that train station yet, so I went over there, added there was already a terminal ready for it. So I just routed the supercomputers to it, and I put a new train on the track and gave it a source and a destination, and it just brought the stuff over to the train station I told it to, and then I just had to belt it on over there to finish that. So it is kind of this magical thing. I mean, obviously, there is the issue of, hey, Bean, what you doing? There's the issue of, you know, there is a little bit of complexity where, you know, if you have the wrong train, if you have the wrong number of cars in your platform or whatever, you may get, you know, you may get your products mixed up, which is a problem. I actually had that happen to me the other day in my aluminum factory. It picked up a bunch of heavy modular frames and put them onto my aluminum ingot belt. And that, yeah, blocked all of my aluminum casings because that, yeah, I had to delete that aluminum casing factory and add it down. But, you know, fortunately, deleting factories is pretty nice when you have, when you do everything with blueprints, it's not that bad. You can, if you run the wrong item into the wrong input, it's actually not as bad as the olden days where you'd have to go out and clean all the belts, put another box on it, empty them out, and then delete all of the connections and replace them all. It's such a pain in the butt. So it's nowhere near. Yeah, blueprints are, this game, this playthrough, I'm all about the blueprints. Even this here, you know, this is just a temporary thing, and it's kind of a throwaway. I just needed a certain amount of parts. But instead of doing it, instead of making a one-off machine for it or a one-off little mini factory, I decided to do it as a blueprint instead. Same thing with over here. I had created this blueprint, which, you know, is definitely going to be very useful, the 20 automated wire per minute. But I didn't have this adapter that I needed. I could have just, you know, set up these belts and did my splitters or mergers and connected it all together. But every time I do that, I find that when I come back later, I wish that I had set it up as another blueprint like I did here. And so that's these adapters are one of the things I've been doing a lot of in this playthrough, where I'll use these ones actually didn't auto connect. At least not to this, but normally my adapters will auto-connect to each other, which these did. But in order to make them auto-connect here, you actually have to have a little tag end of the belt sticking out, which I did not have. Actually, maybe, yeah. Anyway, I was in a bit of a hurry, so I didn't spend too much time solving that problem. But I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And it sure is nice, you know, now when I need to, you know, actually, I probably won't need any more because, you know, phase 5 is, I don't think the automated wire requirement goes up. In fact, it might even go down. You might even need less automated wire. I can't remember. And basically, all the phase 4 stuff that you need in phase 5 is, it's like 80% of the phase 4 requirement, so it's not too bad. Oh, did I just bring this right through my wall? Okay, well, don't pay. Oh, I know. This wall wasn't there when I when I brought it like that. Anyway, let's see how we're doing. We're at 140 of 1200. Let's run some numbers here. We should be doing 8 a minute, and we need 25. So 2500 minus 140 divided by 60 is no, excuse me, divided by 8. Yeah, 295 minutes. So that divided by 60 gets us 5 hours. So 5 hours until these assembly director systems are complete. And we're not just going to let it run. I will, after this stream, I'm going to shut the game down. And on the next stream, I might do some in between, but I won't leave it running. It'll only run while I'm playing or while I'm on stream. But we'll get to work on one of the next parts in the next stream. Maybe maybe the magnetic field generators or the thrusters. Probably just do them in order. Magnetic field generators next. And I don't want to have, I don't want to be running this thing off stream. So I will, get one done and start working on the next. And maybe by the time the next one's done, the previous one the parts will have completed. We'll see how it works out. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for the stream. Thanks for swinging by, everybody, and Brent Rocks especially, near at the end here. Sorry you missed most of it, but I may come back again this afternoon, and if not, definitely stream again tomorrow. So on that note, thank you everybody for the likes and the subscriptions. Let's see how we're doing. We're getting close to the sub goal. Just need 11 more, and appreciate the likes and also the chats, and hit the bell on YouTube if you'd like to be notified when I'm streaming. Stream every day, mostly in the morning, West Coast time, and sometimes in the afternoons and evenings. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and fly on over here and get a little view of our space elevator and our new this is our new assembly director systems, and yes, we're using somber sloops to get this over with faster. Okay, well, that's going to be it for the stream. Thanks all for watching, and we will see you again next time. All right, bye-bye.